to our first episode of Being Chris. My name is Christian, you can call me Chris, and I live with a bunch of chronic illnesses that it will take us half the video just to go through the list. So far, the last appointment that I had over 21 diagnoses. That covers physical health and mental health. So life is so much fun. I will be having a colonoscopy at the end of the year, which means that I'm so gonna totally end the year with a bang. And that's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, so I want to share with you how I am preparing for this medical procedure. I love having a plan and list because it helps my ADHD brain get things done and keep focused. Let's begin. This is the first colonoscopy that I have had in a very long time, or as an adult. So I have been waiting for almost 2 years for this appointment, which I'm so excited. And then it's in the new year. Like, that's going to be quite a celebration at the hospital. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Actually, before the video ends, I'll show you a little art project that I did to help me cope with doing this at the end of the year. I want to be completely prepared for this new journey, and I want to do the best I can of this experience, because it's not just going for a medical test, it's preparing myself, having a journey through experience, and also with my kids. So I created a medical procedure plan. Like I said, I like lists. I like to know what information is, because otherwise, if you ask me what it is, I have no idea. So I added the medical procedure, and this time it's gonna be a 2-for-1 deal. I'm gonna have an endoscopy and a colonoscopy in the same day. I mean, I'm already there. It's not like I have every day time to go and hang out with the doctor. So I would like to walk along with you how that medical procedure to-do list I have. I had to have the date and the time. Make sure you ask what time are you supposed to be there, because sometimes they will put what time is the procedure. Have the name of the hospital, have the name of the doctor, have the name, address, and phone number of the hospital, have the name of the doctor who referred you to that testing, have the name of the doctor who is going to be doing the medical procedure. As well, since this is a colonoscopy, I have written down the day that I have to start with a prep low fiber diet. Since I have severe issues with my GI, instead of doing the 1 day prep with that really awful liquid, I have to do a 2-day prep. So it's going to be a 2-day prep with a 2-for-1 procedure. That's awesome. And so first I had to double check the date and the time and location in the papers they sent me. As you can see, I highlighted some of the important stuff that I need to keep in mind. Double check the patient information sheet. Make sure that is your correct name, date of birth, phone number, because they might need to get in contact with you other than through mail or email. So make sure that all your information is updated with your family doctor or the doctor who will be referring you. I have my sheet with my questions to ask, my to-do list, and I need to purchase things. Most of the time, you don't need to get anything for a medical procedure, but in the colonoscopy, I went out and I bought a bunch of things that I usually do not do. So I certainly needed that list to know what I needed to get. If this is your first colonoscopy, you may want to check in a trustworthy website or YouTube channel. I will be vlogging my way through the colonoscopy if you're interested. But right now, I just want to kind of give you an idea of how to prepare for the colonoscopy. I did my research. I kind of got into the more scientific. Why do they do? I didn't know. I was curious, how do they take out the polyps? And yeah, I'm not going to describe that. Next step would be assemble support team. I imagine this kind of like Avengers assemble kind of thing. this is a very simple care team that I have assembled. Now, with COVID, it's a little bit harder to assemble a team because of all the restrictions. Like, nobody this time will be able to go with me into the hospital. Pretty much, I'm gonna need somebody to drop me off at the hospital for a procedure, and then I'm gonna need a getaway driver, which is very exciting to have a getaway driver, which means the person who is gonna pick me up is not allowed into the hospital. It just can pick me up from the hospital after the procedure. So my team will consist in the person who's gonna do the child minding, who's gonna keep an eye on my teens. I will have their number, the contact information, also the drop-off and pick-up person. It's important that your getaway driver does have your phone number, and the hospital has the phone number of your getaway drivers, so there is not hiccups, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough energy to be explaining that while I sedate it. So it is good to have that ahead of time. Also, if there is someone who can help you prepare food ahead of time, or someone who can help you pick up pizza for the kids, as much help as you think you need, just ask. I mean, it's not always possible, but just ask. You never know. Some people may come with creative ideas to support you through this colonoscopy. It might not be a big deal for certain people, but for other people like me, who not only have issues with my GI, I have way more issues than that, including the anxiety and including my ADHD and fibromyalgia and balance issues. So I need a lot of support, and I need people around me to be aware of it, so that way we can make this work. For me, it's very important to bring this is a health cheat sheet. If you ask me, of the 21 diagnoses that I have so far, right at the top of my head, unless I learned to make a rap song about it, I can only remember like 5 or 6 that are the very big ones. So if you have a cheat sheet of your medical history, the medications you are taking, medications you are allergic of, any allergies that you have, like penicillin and dog hair, and everything is important. Latex, they need to know it all. I mean, not that they already don't, but they need to know it all. So have your cheat sheets, so in case that they ask you, you have all the information right there and then. Gather the required items to prepare for the medical procedure. During COVID, I have learned that if you do not get ahead of time, you might not even get ready at all, because they can close the store at any time, or maybe because it's the holidays. And lastly, but not less important, it is really, really good to involve your kids on your health care. Why? Because you are teaching them to take care of themselves. However, remember to keep all the information that you provide them age and maturity appropriate. You cannot tell the same thing to a 5-year-old than to a teen. And still, are they mature enough to hear what is going to happen during the colonoscopy? I don't think so. But there are many different ways that you can deal with the kids, and we can talk about it in a minute if you are a parent. Which most of the videos that I watch of people about having a colonoscopy in YouTube, none of them mention what to do with the little munchkins. So I want to touch into that. Maybe everybody's single? I don't know. I have kids. You have kids? I hope so. Now, as I said, this is a 2-for-1 deal. Get your colonoscopy today and also your endoscopy. That's going to be so much fun. So one of the first things that I read that I'm supposed to do, especially if I have IBS and other fun issues with my GI tract, is to adjust my diet a few days before the prep, which means that today is day 1 to adjust my diet, which is so much fun because I won't be able to eat a bunch of things that I like. Now, something that I would like to mention, and my dear daughter reminded me to mention, is not only do I have GI tract issues, I have dietary issues, which means that there are foods that I'm intolerant to, there are foods that I'm allergic to, And there are foods that due to sensory issues I cannot eat because I end up with gag reflex. It's a lot of fun to find out what I can eat. And when they give you a sheet for the colonoscopy telling you can't eat this, that's not easy. So first I need to eat smaller portions. I had a smaller portion this morning and I'm very hungry. And then you had to eat low fiber foods. For somebody who deals with constipation, that is very scary. So this is going to be intense. And prepare a menu ahead of time. That way you know what you need to chop for. So, okay, that sounded weird.
So you know
chop! Prepare a menu ahead of time so when you go to your next grocery shopping, you know what to buy. Also, what you can eat before the bowel prep. So what they recommend to have during this time is digestive tea, soups, smoothies, egg, rice, salmon, chicken, steamed vegetables, pasta, and lighter colored foods. What I tell you not to eat. This is when it gets a little bit tricky when you have dietary restrictions. It's kind of like, come on, man, that's what I eat most all the time. So you just have to kind of tweak and get a little bit creative with your food. So you cannot have any nuts or seeds. When I heard that, I was kind of like, nuts? I'm gonna go nuts because I have a thing for pistachios or walnuts or any other nut because I cannot have it. Popcorn. So movie night will have to go without popcorn. Red meat. So that might mean no meatballs, no tacos of ground beef, no hamburgers, which is the easiest thing to cook when you don't want to cook. And also you cannot have heavy fried foods. Come on, I'm Mexican, I fry a lot of stuff. I cannot eat dry vegetables. I cannot eat corn. Come on, man. I cannot have peas or apple with skin or other fiber-filled food. That's taking half my diet. And obviously you cannot have anything that is red or purple color because that was in the instructions the doctor gave me. And their explanation is that can be mistaken by blood. And you do not want them to make a mistake when they are inside your stomach checking out how things are. So you also have to drink the colonoscopy prep laxative cold thing, which is gonna help flushing everything out. I had to drink 2 of these bad boys. I'm gonna have to prepare the mix according to the instructions. I'm gonna be chugging down 8 liters of Pedialyte before the end of New Year. So bottoms up. So for the liquid diet is 2 days before the colonoscopy. I won't be able to eat anything. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. That is solid. With one exception though. So what you can eat, and if you're like me that needs to eat something solid to be happy, I have my tray of Jello. Wow, I'm gonna eat Jello. I'm gonna eat Jello for breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. And dessert is Jello too. Woo! Got Jello. So I have my lime Jello. That's my favorite one. I have lemon Jello and orange Jello. I could not find that if it has red.
I checked.
But thank you. But this is the first one I'm gonna eat just in case, so everything gets washed out. And I'm gonna have my fabulous assistant pass me the next thing. So if I don't have enough chicken broth that I made at home, I have my organic chicken broth, apple juice I'm gonna be drinking. They suggest to have some flavored sparkling water or ginger ale. I like ginger ale, so yay for ginger ale. I also got peach juice, which I kind of like it. So I'm gonna be taking different juice during the day. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of water to wash things out. They also want you to have something with electrolytes so you do not dehydrate, which it is kind of an irony because it's a liquid diet, but since everything is going to be washing out, you need lots of it. So for the bathroom prep, I put together a basket to bring with me inside the bathroom. So let's go through it to see what is in it. We have very soft, cushiony toilet paper. We have wipes, preparation age wipes. Now, I heard from some of the YouTube videos that I watch and some of the colorectal cancer websites that I checked out that liquid is going to flush everything, but it also is going to do something to the exit point that is going to hurt. So I got myself some preparation age and some wipes as well for, this is going to be, I guess, for the most intense part. For the beginning, I have these very soft, nice, cushiony wipes. So my tushy gets the best treatment. Also, I know the smell is not going to be super mega fantastic in the loo. So I got at Renuseed my favorite smell, which is Tahitian. Tahiti? Anyway, it smells like the Tahiti. Tahitian. It smells like the beach, and I really, really like that it smells. So that is kind of like a measure to keep the smell at bay since I'm going to be spending so much time in there. I got an extension cord. Super important to have an extension cord. I'm gonna spend a whole lot of time in there, and probably is when I'm gonna catch up with some of the episodes of my favorite shows that I do not usually have time to watch because my kids are always around me, or movies that I wanna catch up and that are in my to-do list. And I'm gonna have 2 full days in the toilet. So that's the perfect time for me to catch up with them. So I'm going to be bringing a small little table, kind of those TV tray tables, and put it in the washroom, bring in my laptop or my phone, and I am prepared with my extension cord. I also got these little cute poop lights. They're little poop lights to kind of like make it a little bit more festive in the washroom since I'm gonna spend a long time in there by myself. Mind you, my kids might be on the other side of the door talking to me because they really like to be around me. No, but I am extremely proud to show you whatever next is coming, but I need to because probably this is something you're not thinking is, yes, you might need some adult diapers. Why? Because you might still leaking on the way to go for your medical procedure, and you do not want to leave anything behind in the car of the person who's taking you to the hospital. And then on the way back, you also might still leaking different liquids, but you might still leaking. So you don't want to offend your getaway driver by leaving some memories in their car. So that's why I got awesome adult diapers, and that would be for my bathroom prep thing since I'm gonna spend so much time in the toilet. Also, I have in the bathroom over there a Vaseline in case I run out of preparation age, so things can come out more smoothly. I read also from somewhere in one of the blogs that bringing perhaps a small pillow can help if you get very tired and relaxed. Just tiny pillow that you can just toss to the side when you need to push and it's not on the way. And I will be sporting some very nice stretchy sweatpants. That way, anything that needs to go up and down, it goes fast. Because I remember very well, you will have no time to do buttons. There is no time. When the time to come, things just flow. So avoid any pants that have buttons, like my trusty jeans, which are my mom uniform. And that's pretty much what I have for my bathroom prep. Mark my words. It is extremely important that your whole GI tract, meters and meters and meters of intestine, had to be clean. They cannot be residues. This time I did talk to the doctor's assistant what happened last time, and she said that instead of doing only one preparation, we are gonna do 2 preparations to make sure, because they don't have time for doing an enema, and either you're ready or not, and I'm not doing this all over again. Everything has to get going the first time, and we're gonna do it as a pro, because this is a one-time deal. I mean, if I had to repeat the test later on, that's fine, but I'm not gonna go back because I didn't do it properly. That's why it's very important that you double check when you have to start your prep time drinking that. And also, you don't want to punish yourself for doing some extra hours or being unprepared, because I don't think that you can keep running to the washroom when you are already in the gurney with your IV. That gets very complicated to even wipe your behind. Something that is not going to be easy for me in the next couple of days is that I'm going to have to finish all 8 liters of it. That's correct. Number 6 in the list is finish all the prep. Why? Because you might think that just because everything is running out like a faucet on the backside, that doesn't mean that it is completely empty. Just in case, so you don't have to do this all over again, just finish the prep. 7 is assemble your care team, which I already talked to you about it. So you won't be able to try because you're going to be thoroughly soaked with the sedation they're going to give you. So have somebody to be your getaway driver. Sounds a little bit more fun when you say getaway driver than a pickup person, because then if I said like a pickup person, I feel like I'm picking up a package from the office. I'm so not a package. So I'm getting a getaway driver. And if my getaway driver is watching this, man, you rock. Absolutely, you are an awesome girl, and I could not do this without you, so thank you so much. Enlist friends to provide support and to keep you company before and after the procedure. I am lining up people who will pray with me and for me before, during, and after the procedure, including my beautiful girl and some friends. So that's the kind of spiritual support that I require. I know God is behind all this, and He's not going to leave me alone there. It's important for me to have a praying team. Also, I have a friend who is ready to be on the phone before and after to talk to me and help me to, I don't know, recenter, calm down, not have any anxiety or panic attack. I mean, just a lot of people are going to be looking at my butt. That's not very comfortable, man. It's like somebody's going to be putting a tube inside of the front and then taking turns to the behind. That can cause a whole lot of anxiety. So I have at least one person who is ready to be on call if I need to call them before or after the procedure. Not sure if I can call after because I'm not totally soaked, but that's part of my team. And also somebody to watch my kids. The person who's going to be watching my kids, thank you so much. I don't think I can go to a medical procedure stressed out that I don't know what my kids are doing, where my kids are, what is happening. So somebody's going to be watching my kids, and I know that I can take that off my mind because my kids will be safe and things are going to work out just great. Also, involve your kids in the preparation like I mentioned before. My daughter helped me prepare for grocery shopping. She helped me with the checking out. She helped me in the video. So props to her. Or you can play some games with them to ease them out. And also you have fun and you ease yourself out too. Like I have Scabs and Guts. It's a really funny nonsense game that talks about the human body and has fun challenges to follow along. Also, one that is so appropriate for a colonoscopy. Even if you don't kids, play with other adults. Play with your friends. Farts. The Fast Flatulent Fun, a card game to pass the gas. So that is hilarious, especially since I'm going to a colonoscopy. Yay! And I'll be doing a puzzle about the digestive system with my daughter and her favorite of all, she loves to trivia, so we might spend some time doing trivia. That helps kids ease out, remember any information about the human body, keep it age appropriate, otherwise that's not gonna turn out very well. Another game that we may play in the coming days is Operation. I think if you are from around the 80s, you remember this game as a child. It's still really cool to play with your kids, and is hospital related, so that helps process things with your child. A way for me to cope with all this stress and anxiety is to get artsy. So I made a t-shirt that says let's do this, and it has a little poop emoji. I thought that it might be hilarious to walk in the hospital wearing that t-shirt to lift the spirits up. I mean, who is gonna wanna be working on December 31st in the morning, New Year's Eve, checking out people's spot? It's like, come on, man, seriously? So I made the t-shirt because it also helps me with my anxiety. I'm using my creativity to help myself ease up for the procedure. And I'm bringing these little poop emojis pens to the staff that is going to be dealing with me, and to the doctor who's going to be in charge of the procedure, just because it's December 31st. I mean, they're going to take their time to do this at the very end of the year, and let's put some humor in it. I mean, let's do this seriously. It's going to get done, and hopefully I can get the answers I need, because it is not fun at all to be in pain all the time. So I talked to you about the food supplies that I gather, my phone basket, the stuff that I want to deal with the kids, which I want to go back in the food basket and in the fun basket. This is the one that is going to want to wash with me. I'm also going to be bringing a notebook and a pencil, because you get the weirdest, most awesome ideas when you are in the loo sometimes. And a book. I don't want to be spending all my time just in electronics. I want my brain to keep going. I also prepare ahead of time this menu. Now, I'm gonna fess up. I'm fessing up now. I did not create this menu on my own. I called somebody that I asked to be part of my care team, and that is my nutritionist. I have an awesome nutritionist who has not given up with me. Yay! And she is just awesome. She came up with a bunch of ideas that, with a little tweaking, I was able to adapt for the menu of the stuff that I'm going to be eating. So for the first time in forever, I would have to be trying to figure out what am I going to cook, thanks to my ADHD, which is the worst part of the day. What am I going to feed the kids? We're all just going to be eating this. I'm not preparing different food for them. I'm leaving food ahead of time so they can warm up while I'm in the loo. But everybody's going to eat this in the days that we're having solid. And I'm going to have to add some vegetables and fruit for them so they don't lose the fiber. It is good to have something ahead of time so you don't have to be thinking, because that can be stressful. The day of the colonoscopy, like I said, I'm going to march into that place with my let's do this poop emoji colonoscopy. I need to bring my health card. I need to double check the time that I'm supposed to be there, and I don't want to miss my own party. Thank you very much. Bring your referral paper, so just in case there is any mix-up or misunderstanding, which wouldn't be the first time it happens in a hospital, just bring it so they can see what you're talking about. The next one is provide them with information of the person who will be picking you up. So I'm going to give them a card with the name of my getaway driver. That way, once I'm done and I'm ready to go and I'm back to my clothes, they can call and she can bring me home when I know that I'm totally going to pass out. Another thing is, once you're there, they're going to ask you to get changed into the gown. They're going to explain things to you. If you are a very anxious person, it is important to let them know. Do not be embarrassed. They have seen and heard worse. So do not be embarrassed to let them know that you have fibromyalgia, that you get anxious. Sometimes they have a support person there. There are awesome nurses most of the time. Relax. Crack a couple of jokes to make things a little bit more relaxed. And Then getting back at home, once you're done, they will call your getaway driver. Get home, just chill, rest, have a nap, binge watching movies with the kids. Take it easy. Either leave something ready for them to warm up or order pizza. You're gonna have a lot of gas to pass. Like it's gonna be fart central. Totally. You don't want your stomach to hurt any more than it already hurts, and your behind is gonna be also sore. So just be ready to chill and relax and take it easy with what you eat. Continue having lots of liquids because your body will need to rehydrate. And celebrate and tell your family, I made it through! Woo! Far power! You went through a whole lot of things, so it's worth celebrating. So if you have a chance, also celebrate yourself. Maybe the next day with a nice ice cream or a pizza or something that is nice for you. In this case, I think I'll be happy to see a salad. I wish. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for putting up with my jokes. I know that are not all great, but hey, if you laugh, that counts. Thank you so much. So if you like this video, remember to leave me a like, share, and subscribe. Bye.